So let's take a closer look of the story between these two athletes, of the love story between Monster Michael Todd and Devon Larratt. And of course, Michael Todd is from the US, from Arkansas. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a new episode of Hellboy Armwrestling Entertainment. I'm Matthias Hellboy Schlitte, and what a week in arm wrestling, especially in social media, because we are still in the pandemic and we don't got new announcement for tournaments. Unfortunately, the European Championships of the EAF in Lithuania were postponed, so cancelled, and we don't know when it will take place. But we saw many very interesting discussions online. We saw some beef between the Turkish legend Engin Terzi and Devon Larratt online. We saw some beef between Ernest Gasparini and Matt Mask or Devon Larratt online. So we saw many discussions, many talking, many writing, many beef, and so everyone versus everyone, and we saw plenty of new fake accounts are running through the social media like YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. So very interesting and fun to watch. So get out your popcorn. But besides all this not very pleasant stuff, we saw a new announcement. We saw a new announcement of the match end of May: Monster Michael Todd versus Devon Larratt. And how the chances are, we will take a look on it. So stay tuned. So finally, life got a sense back. So as you can see, we got a new announcement for the match between Michael Todd, Monster Michael Todd, and Devon No Limits Larratt. So the match will be happening in May 2021. It was originally planned taking place in April 2020 in the US by the WAL, but WAL is still not doing or promoting any tournaments or any matches, so they do this in association with team personal record of Larry Wheels. Again, greetings and a big thank you for Larry Wheels for the fantastic work he's doing the last months and weeks for the sport of arm wrestling. He used his popularity and shared many content about arm wrestling, invited some great athletes like Monster Michael Todd, Devon Larratt, as you can see, and of course some guys of the top 8 like Levan, like Vitaly Laletin, like Kiquinia. So many big names came there. Also Coach Ray was there, and many others, and of course the Hellboy would love to come there also as well. So originally it was planned that I would go there at the end of March. So at the moment the German law is pretty strict, and it's hard to go somewhere and come back without any quarantine. So that's why we skipped this, but hopefully we will see Larry Wheels and the Hellboy going to the table in 2021. But first of all, I'm very happy to see this match happening. Yeah, and so now we are taking a closer look to both athletes, how the votes are, how the records are, and how the rivalry came to this. So let's see. So it's all about the numbers. So first we are taking a closer look to the naked numbers, as we say in Germany, between these both athletes. So we got Monster Michael Todd from Arkansas, US. Here in the yellow shirt, as you can see in the background, at the Armos match of them. So I have to check out my very smart sheet. And Monster Michael Todd, 47 years he will be old when both athletes will fight against each other in May 2021. He is 6 feet 3, so 190 centimeter, and yeah, so depends on the weight. We are not pretty sure how much he will be weighed in on the event, but most of the time he's on 120 kilo, more or less. And we got on the other hand Devon Larratt, a little bit taller with 196 centimeters, so 6 feet 5 tall, so a little bit longer than his opponent from the US. This guy is from Canada, and he will be 46 years old when both athletes are fighting against each other. And yeah, Devon Larratt also like not too easy to to check the weight of him. At the moment, he's at 245 pounds. 145 would be my class. No, he's at 244 pounds at the moment, he said in his latest video. And so he's running normally on 110 kg, but you never know, because at the moment, I guess, he's trying as big as possible. As last time when he pulled against Wagner Bortolato, he was also much bigger. So I'm pretty sure that both athletes will be around 120 kg when they are fighting each other. So the body-wise, they are nearly the same weight and with a little bit more centimeter on Devon Larratt, and he's a little younger than his opponent from the US. So that are the naked numbers. So let's take a closer look of the story between these two athletes, of the love story between Monster Michael Todd and Devon Larratt. And of course, Michael Todd is from the US, from Arkansas, and Devon Larratt is from the Ottawa Highhookers of Canada. So both athletes are from North America, and of course both athletes got plenty of matches together, so before and now, and yeah, but in my opinion the whole rivalry between both got a huge push from 2008, so especially from the Armor Super Series. So during this time, Monster Michael Todd was a reigning world champion of the super heavyweight division in the Armor's World Series for Eurosport. And during this time, there was a match between the legendary John Bruzeng and Devon Larratt, and Devon Larratt did fantastic. He won with a 6-0 versus John Bruzeng, and got a huge push out of it. This got huge push for his popularity, and yeah, so everyone spoke about this match, and of course Michael Todd, as a reigning champion, wanted a shot on this. So both Neil Pickup announced the match for the year 2011, and then both athletes fought in the Trafford Centre in Manchester, England, against each other. And yeah, as you can see in the background, Michael Todd was huge, very well prepared, did everything to prepare well for the match, and we saw a fantastic match between these two athletes. And at the end of the day, we saw a win of Devon Larratt with 4-2 against Monster Michael Todd, and Monster Michael Todd lost, and so Devon Larratt was the reigning champion in this division. So, and during the next years, we saw the WAL coming to the focus and established in the US as a reigning television league, reigning North American league at the moment, and both athletes were fighting in this league. So we saw Monster Michael Todd still fighting in the super heavyweight division, while Devon Larratt stepped down to the heavyweight division, so both were not in one bracket. And we saw both athletes fight against other guys, like, for example, Devon Larratt fought plenty of time against Matt Masks. There were also like some other fights against John Bruzeng, so many, and also against Marcio Barbosa, while Michael Todd also fought against Dave Sheffy. There were plenty of matches versus Jerry Cadwell. The last one he won also with very not so clear outcome. Yeah, so both fought in these divisions, and both also fought in the PAL. So like Michael Todd fought against the great Andrei Pushka. He fought against Dmitry Trubin and against Denis Siplenkov. He didn't won these matches, but he won a couple of, or he didn't won a couple of fights against, but most of the time his opponents were winning in the PAL. And also Devon Larratt fought in the PAL or against PAL fighters. For example, he won against Andrei Pushka a couple of years ago, and the last match of him was against Denis Siplenkov with the left arm, which he lost against 6-0 in the last Slotty tour, which took place there. Yeah, so that was the begin, or that was the focus of the rivalry of both guys in the last 10 years. Yeah, and now we are taking a closer look who will be the favorite. But who's the favorite of the match between Devon, Larratt and Michael Todd? As you can see in the background, that was the last match in 2019 between both athletes. This time Monster Michael Todd won the match 3-2. So he got the last win over Devon, and yeah. But first of all, we have to see the medical condition of both athletes, and both are everything but not healthy at the moment. So first, Devon got some big problems, some big health issues in the last weeks. He got some thrombos, some vein thrombos, some blood problems in the last weeks, and now he's back on track. Don't has to take any medicine, which is good. And yeah, on the other hand, we got the one-legged monster Michael Todd. So he got some problems with his knee. At the moment, he can't walk properly because he got some knee injury from some powerlifting, but together with Larry Wheels, he came home with this. And yeah, but I guess both athletes are getting now prepared for the match. There are still some months to go there, and some months to heal up. And what I see, both athletes are in training and get ready for this upcoming match. But also, besides the health condition, there's also another kind of important set, the mindset. So we know that the big goal of Monster Michael Todd is to be recognized as the best arm wrestler in the world. And how he can do this? Of course, first of all, he has to beat Devon Larratt. So, and at the moment, I see the eye of the tiger in the eyes of the monster, and I'm pretty sure he wants to do everything to get the crown and to win this competition, to win this match, to get or to go on the path of getting recognized as the number one in the world. So let's see what will happen next after this. So I guess Michael Todd got some advantage in the mindset. I guess Larratt at the moment is more on the path of an ambassador for the sport. He was long time the number one in the world and recognized as the number one in the world, but Michael Todd got still some gas in the tank to reach this goal. And also we have to take a closer look to the rules and to the table which will be used. And as you can see, they will use WAL rules and the WAL table. And in my opinion, the style of fighting of Monster Michael Todd is much easier to fulfill with the tables of the WAL. I would not say that Devon got a disadvantage but out of this, but I guess that Michael Todd got a bigger advantage of the fight in this rule system. And we can't forget that Devon also got a much bigger skill set, in my opinion, than Michael Todd. Because when you saw the last matches, Devon Larratt always got an answer. So hard to predict who will be the champion or who will win this match, but that's the good stuff. So the outcome is not clear. But if I would have to place a bet on one of this, I would take Monster Michael Todd this time. So at the moment he's my favorite. What do you think? Do you think that Michael Todd will win it, or do you think that No Limits Devon Larratt will get his revenge? So if you like, write it in the comments. Leave a like, leave a thumb up, and support your local Hellboy. And I hope you stay healthy and stay happy. See you soon. Boom!